Good morning, guys, and welcome to my Therapy Garden YouTube channel, where playing in the dirt helps to take away my hurt. Today is the last day of winter. Yeah! Tomorrow is spring. So here I am getting ready to play in the dirt. I got some pine nuggets for mulching. Of course, I got my topsoil, my compost and manure, and my hollytone for my conifers. So this is my garage. So I have all these in my garage getting ready for spring. So I'll go outside and show you some of what's happening in the garden and what I plan to do come this spring. Okay, so we'll just quickly look at what's going on. This is the right side of my yard. The grass is not getting green yet, but we're getting ready for it. On this side, you see where I mark it out, that's where I'm going to take the grass out and I'm going to put some Italian cypress. I'm going to put an Italian cypress on this side, and then the same thing over here, I mark it out where I'm going to remove the grass and put another Italian cypress here. So I'll have two Italian cypresses at the front of my driveway. As you can see with my ginkgo biloba, little bulb, see the little buds coming up, so pretty soon I'll start having leaves, right? So all the trees are budding up. That's my sugar maple tree. Now we're here looking on the left side. See the catnips are coming back. Hydrangea start budding up, putting out the leaves. My Japanese maple, my crimson queen is budding up. See, get little buds. So next time you see another week or two, we should be having leaves on all my maple. My talum in the pot, getting flowers. Hydrangea budding up. My Daphne is finished blooming, so all we have on it now is just the leaves. Here my tulips are popping. I know if you go to the store you can have tulips, but these are, ones in the ground, so they force theirs in the store to come out early. But these are tulips that are naturally just popping up. So here we have a beautiful one coming up. My dwarf ginkgo biloba, Jehoshaphat, just budding up also, ready to pop. So got two peonies right here. Now the crimson queen on this side, budding up, ready to start leafing out. Same thing on this side. The waterfall maple. All right, so the garden is breaking dormancy. So that's a good thing. So we're getting ready for spring. I show you on this side where I plan to extend my flower bed a little bit. So remove all the grass out of it, and pretty soon we'll be planting up. I want to put more rows on this side, so all over here on the left side will be my rose garden. Japanese maple, of course, my favorite tree. The Kotonoito. And over here, the roses. my David Austin rose on this side. They're all coming back. And of course over here closer to the house, all the other roses, these are hybrid tea roses on this side, all breaking dormancy. So as we quickly survey, you see my plan, remove more grass there where I outline it with the black spray paint. Just take out some of the grass there, take out a little bit here to get the curve a little more pronounced. Of course, another Japanese maple. And this maple is this one is what? Oh, red prince. Oh man, I don't remember the name of this one. But this is a red bud. A red bud. You can see breaking dormancy. Okay, this is the weeping variety of red bud, and this one is called Ruby Falls. Ruby Falls. So next time you see this, I'll make sure I get video of it with all the flowers. My little topiary here. My rose hybrid tea rose. And coming up here, a lot of aster. My little aster. Alright, over here is my butterfly garden. So in the spring, I have lots of tulips. All the tulips. But once the tulips are gone, then you'll have the second growing of like yarrow. And bee balm. Can you see the little bee balm coming back? More yarrow in here. We got black eye Susan. We have coreopsis. Of course, these are daylilies. So in the summertime, this is my butterfly garden. But in the spring, as you can see, lots of tulip here. On top of the hill, again, everything is coming out. This is my weeping cherry. It's not covered in blossom yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. They're coming. I'm just getting too excited for spring, so I have to make a video so you guys can see this is getting over winter and getting into spring. As I said, tomorrow is the first day of spring and we can start our garden. Japanese maple here, crimson queen, boxwood, camellia, and this camellia still have flower. Camellia, one of the best things to have in the garden for winter, because you can always have flower in the winter. My native azalea, see, it's covered in buds, so these should be flowering pretty soon. Native azalea again. Japanese maple. My little conifer here. This is a weeping pine. A weeping pine. Small Japanese maple. Just breaking dormancy, getting a leaf. This is Germain's gyration. Germain gyration here. My little dogwood. Still struggling, but it's coming. It's coming. This is my plum, my purple plum up here. This is my maple right up here. A big Sun Valley maple. Another purple plum. Flowers just coming, just coming. Another dogwood. We're the first dogwood over that side. That one there, that's a white flowering dogwood. This is the purple flowering dogwood. So once it starts flowering, of course I'll make more videos so you guys can see that. This is a pine. I think this is what, the Thunderhead pine. Yeah, I got this one at Pike's Nursery. One of my favorite local nurseries. Yep. This tree here, I don't know if it's gonna make it. This is a Ryan Gainey. Ryan Gainey. It's a plum hue. I'm hoping that it will. I think it's getting too much sun, so it may or may not make it. So we'll see. We'll see. This is one of my apple trees. Flowers coming up. Yep. Crabapple. Crabapple. Another pine right here. I think this one is called Louis, which in the winter time it will turn yellow, but because it's so young, it was green all winter. It didn't change yellow, but hopefully as it matures we'll have that change. We have this big Japanese maple. This is a Tamukiyama. A Tamukiyama right here. Hydrangea. We're all breaking dormancy. It's a little Muga pine right there. Japanese maple. This is a garnet. This one up here is a Siriu. This beauty here, can't wait for you guys to see it when all these buds are flowering. This is a Chinese snowball. Big white mop head flowers looking like a hydrangea in the springtime, but it's a Chinese snowball. So that's the top of my hill. Oh, my conifer garden. What's going on with my conifer garden? Well, I'm trying to make the conifer garden a little bit bigger. New things that went in. This is Feeling Blue cedar, deodar cedar, Feeling Blue. Although this is not a conifer, but I think it would fit here in the garden. I transplanted it from over the back garden right here. It's a eucalyptus tree, a small eucalyptus. So I put it right here so it can provide some shade for my Japanese maple back here. This is Peaches and Cream Japanese maple. So you get a lot of sun, and we know that Japanese maple is an understory tree, doesn't like too much sun. So hopefully the eucalyptus would provide some sunlight. Not sunlight, some shade, will provide some shade for it. So extending my conifer garden a little bit. And since it's warming up, I can put my fountain back on this stone. I have a fountain, but in the wintertime I take it out so it doesn't freeze over the pump. So since tomorrow is spring, in another week or so, I should be able to put it back. So there's my conifer garden. And here, like I said, I'm getting ready for spring. So I have some trees here. I have a blue point juniper, which I'm going to put on top of the hill. My spiral topiary, I'm going to go to the front of the house. And in the back here, these are Italian cypresses. And like when I start the video, I show you at the front of the driveway where I'm going to put Italian cypress. So two going to go to the front of the driveway and one by the house. I extend here a little bit to make the curve a little more pronounced. I have the variegated leaf boxwood, which I'll be planting right around the AC unit, because these hibiscus, these are swamp hibiscus, these are dying because I used to have the AC coming right here where they get all that water, but it was making too much of a swampy area here. It make it hard to walk right along here. So I channeled the water away from this area, and see the pipe there to channel the water away. So now the hibiscus doesn't get all that water anymore. So I'll just replace all that with the boxwood, the variegated leaf boxwood. See my ferns, Japanese painted fern. And of course my Japanese maple, Edward. Okay, new on this side, we have these coral bell, heuchera. These are heucheras, common name coral bell. And of course my lintel rose, my hellebores, looking so good. All through the winter they were looking this good, and they're still strong bloomer. They're still looking healthy going into spring. You can always count on two things in the garden: the camellia and hellebores. Always have flower in the garden, so make sure you have those two. My Japanese maple, geisha gone wild, more hellebores. And coming out, my creeping phlox. See, we're starting to flower out, saying hello to spring. Grass is still brown, but it should be getting green again pretty soon, which would mean it grows, then you have to cut it. You know, one of those things you feed your grass for it to grow just so you can cut it. Huh? I don't know why we give ourselves all this work. But so as we look at the Conifer Garden right here, a quick tour of my garden in the last days of winter, going into spring. Tomorrow again being the first day of spring. This is Webster, my therapy YouTube channel. Remember that playing in the dirt helped me and can help you to take away your hurt. So please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you have a comment, please leave a comment at the bottom. And again, I garden in zone 7B, but I don't have a lot of trees, so usually I look for plant and make sure that plant survive in an 8 or even a 9, because they get direct sun all day until my trees grow up and can have more shade. Then I can be getting zone 7B flowers. Okay, so thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye now.